Hello students, this is Pooja Garg, your mathematics teacher. Welcome you all in my YouTube channel, and today we will continue revision of chapter number 2, polynomials. Before this, like, subscribe my YouTube channel Power of Mathematics, and don't forget to press bell icon. So in today's lecture, here we will continue the recapitulation, and this is part 2 of chapter 2. As you know, in part 1 we discussed basic concepts and the geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomials. So here today in lecture number 10 I am going to discuss relationship between zeros and coefficients of polynomial and division algorithm of polynomials. So let's see. Very first one is relationship between zeros and coefficient of polynomials. So students, first of all we will discuss the relationship between zeros and coefficient of a linear polynomial. So here you can see the type of polynomial is linear. Its standard form is ax plus b, where a is not equals to 0. Number of zeros is 1, that is alpha, and the relationship between zeros and coefficient is alpha is equals to minus b upon a, where b is a constant term and a is a coefficient of x. So you have to remember all these things. Now we can see example how to find the zero and how to verify the relationship. So the very first example is px is equals to x minus 5. So when we compare it with standard form, we will get a as 1 and the value of b as minus 5. For zeros, px is equals to 0. X minus 5 is equals to 0. We will get x as 5. Let it be as alpha. Now if we want to verify it, so here what we will do, as we know alpha is equals to minus b by a. Now put the value of b and a, we will get alpha as 5. Now from equation 1 also we will get alpha as 5. So hence verified. Now students, I will discuss the relationship between zeros and coefficient of a quadratic polynomials. So here you can see the type of polynomial is quadratic. Its standard form is ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equals to 0. Number of zeros 2, that is alpha and beta. Now the relationship between zeros and the coefficients of a polynomial as sum of the zeros means alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a, where b is a coefficient of x and a is a coefficient of x square. Second is alpha into beta means product of zeros, which is equals to c upon a, where c is a constant term and a is a coefficient of x square. So you have to remember all these points for quadratic polynomial. Now see example. The example here you can see this px is equals to 5x square minus 8x minus 4. When we will factorize, we will get 5x plus 2 into x minus 2. For finding zeros, equate these factors equals to 0. We will get the value of x as minus 2 by 5 or 2. Let them as alpha and beta. Now for verification part, if I will compare this polynomial with its standard form, I will get a as 5, b as minus 8, c as minus 4. Now the sum of the zeros, which is equals to alpha plus beta, when we will add these values, we will get 8 upon 5. Same way, when we will use relationship, sum of the zeros is equals to minus b by a, again which is equals to 8 upon 5. Hence verified. In the same manner, product of zeros alpha into beta gives minus 4 by 5. Also when we will use relationship, product of zeros is equals to c upon a minus 4 by 5. Hence verified. Now at last I will discuss the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a cubic polynomial. So here you can see the type of polynomial is cubic. Standard form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a is not equals to 0. Number of zeros is equals to 3, that is alpha, beta and gamma. Now the relationship between zeros and coefficients of polynomial as sum of the zeros means alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to minus b by a, where b is a coefficient of x square, a is a coefficient of x cube. Second, sum of the product of two consecutive zeros, that is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equals to c upon a, where c is a coefficient of x and a is a coefficient of x cube. Third is product of zero means alpha into beta into gamma, which is equals to minus d by a, where d is a constant term and a is a coefficient of x cube. Now you can see through example, here polynomial px is equals to x cube plus 5x square minus 14. So when we will find the factors, we will get x into x minus 2 into x plus 7. For finding zeros, equate this polynomial with 0. We will get x values as 0, 2 or minus 7. Let them as alpha, beta and gamma. Now when we will compare this polynomial with its standard form, we will get the value of a as 1, b as 5, c as minus 14 and the value of d is 0 because there is no constant term in the polynomial. So we can take it as 0. Now see the relationship. So here you can see the sum of the zeros alpha plus beta plus gamma gives you minus 5, and when you will use the relationship as minus b upon it, then also you are getting it as minus 5, hence verified. Now see the second relation alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha gives you minus 14, and when you will use the relation that is c upon a, then also you are getting minus 14, again verified. Now see the third relation, that is product of zeros, means alpha into beta into gamma gives you 0. On other hand, when you will use minus d upon a, in this case also you are getting it as 0. So again verified. The most important concepts when we need to form a quadratic polynomial with alpha and beta as zeros is k into x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of zeros, where k is a constant. Same way for a cubic polynomial with alpha, beta and gamma as the zeros is k into x cube minus sum of the zeros into x square plus sum of the product of two consecutive zeros into x minus product of zeros. Again k is a constant. So students, you have to remember these two relations so that you can use in the questions while forming a quadratic or a cubic polynomial. Now the next topic is division algorithm of polynomials. So as we know, dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So for this, if px and gx are any two polynomials with gx is not equals to 0, then we can find polynomials qx and rx such that px is equals to gx into qx plus rx, where either rx is 0 or the degree of rx is less than the degree of gx. So you have to remember this relation that px is equals to gx into qx plus rx, where px is dividend, gx is divisor, qx is quotient and the rx is remainder. Now we will discuss what is long division method. Basically, long division is a method for dividing a polynomial by another polynomial of a lower degree. It is very similar to the dividing a number. So here you can see example of arithmetic long division and the polynomial long division. Now we will discuss few examples. So the very first one is, here we have to divide this polynomial by x minus 1. So in this you can see after applying long division method, we will get remainder as minus 5. So students, those who don't know long division, please watch my previous videos. There I have explained how to do. Now the next example, in this question they are asking find quotient as well as the remainder. So this is another type. So again you can see by long division we have divided. So after division, quotient is x minus 3 and the remainder is 7x minus 9. Now we have one more type. Now they can ask, now you have to verify the division algorithm. So in that you see this example, like in the same manner we will divide it. We will find dividend, quotient, divisor and the remainder, and we will use this relation. You can put the values and verify by your own. That is, dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Now see one more question here. Question is, we have to divide this px by x plus 1, and in this case you are getting remainder as 0. It means this x plus 1 is a factor of x cube plus 1, or we can say that it is exactly divisible because the remainder is 0 here. You can observe this example. Following points you have to remember. So first of all, the long division of polynomial is similar to the long division of whole numbers. Secondly, you have to remember dividend is equals to quotient into divisor plus remainder. And for polynomials, px is equals to gx into qx plus rx. And for dividing the polynomials, we have two simple rules. The very first one, to convert this divisor and dividend into its descending powers, means that is in its standard form. Secondly, we have to write 0 in place of the missing term. You can see in this example. So here we inserted 0x cube and 0x. Now it's a practice time, students. you can pause the video and write down the following questions, and you can try these questions based on this video session. So here we have some more questions based on this. Please write it down all the questions carefully and keep on practicing. This is another lot of question. You can write down these questions as well. So thank you students for listening and keep on practicing.